Moana. And I think that she looks, I mean, we still can't see it, and all these people are making like see how she kind of looks like Elsa and Anna right there? But she's not. So she looks like this.
Oh.
So she looks very, there's a glare. But she looks very, I don't want to say normal, but she
looks average. She doesn't look super skinny.
She doesn't look like the typical Disney princess. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm so happy for this. Hello. Here I am. But not saying that she's big or curvy or anything like that, but I'm so glad that they're taking a culture that, like, I love the Hawaiian culture.
Me too.
I think it's very beautiful, and I would love to be on an island and not only wear like a bikini all day because I hate clothes. Because it's hot.
Yeah, I think that's really cool that they're doing that too, because I think back to when I was little, and the reason I like eyelashes and blonde hair and blue eyes and big lipstick and pink is because I played with Barbies, and Barbies were like that.
Except if you had Teresa, she was a brunette.
But see, even Teresa was freaking beautiful.
She had like purple eyes.
Yeah, and so I mean, I get that, and I think I was more of a Barbie fanatic than I was a Disney princess fanatic.
Yeah.
I did like Ariel, but I think if there would have been bigger drawn princesses, we wouldn't be so mentally low self-esteem and stuff.
And so a big thing that I that girls struggle with in our country, and I'm only going to say in our country, I think that Disney can make young girls prone to being insecure about themselves.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I've seen that and I've witnessed that, and maybe I've kind of dealt with that. But here's the thing that I would like everyone to take from is that these princesses, okay, for like Elsa, for me being so close to Elsa and being so thankful for Elsa and portraying Elsa is because she made me strong on the inside.
Right.
So I think there's attributes, just like Anna, who is, I love Anna. Anna's my favorite.
She's a protagonist.
I love Anna. I think that she's a very amazing character. She just always made me smile and laugh, and so to see you play that, there's just, you can take from Disney princesses your inner strength and inner growth.
Right.
Put it on the inside and see how strong these women are, and not only how beautiful they are on the outside, but all of their inner beauty. Just like Belle, why I love Belle is because she's intelligent, she thinks for herself, she stands up for herself.
She's very selfless.
And she loves to read, but at the same time, like, she's very caring, and she loves her father, and she was always there for her family. That's why she took his place at the castle instead of her father. She was like, take me instead. Like, she was very selfless in that act. But these are all strengths that you can take from on the inside. It's not just about external beauty. It's not just about physical beauty, especially with these princesses. It's all about inner strength. Look at their qualities.
Right. Well, and then I also have to say, like, being a bigger person, thinking about, like, people that fat shame, I always try and think of the opposite end, knowing that you were always, like, really skinny when you were little, and you always hated that, like, not so much being skinny, but feeling like once you got to that point where you had to start developing, and, like, people made you, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but people would make you feel bad because you weren't this hourglass, like, figure.
It's still, and I'm an hourglass figure now by whatever standards, by technical terms, but this is still something that happens to me to this day, almost being 26 years old, and people that I meet for the first time, or people that I have known for a while, and they do this, and I know they don't mean any harm by it. Anyway, so even being small, petite, slender, I'm just slender. And this is a thing that really makes me angry to this day. It still happens. Is when people see me and they go, girl, you need to put some meat on them bones.
Yeah.
You need to eat a sandwich. I could eat all y'all sandwiches and nothing happens. Like,
right.
that's
you can't
just
help your metabolism.
that's just my genetics. That's just my metabolism. My father's side, they're all skinny, tall, slender people. We just are. And I think that's just as awful as saying, "Oh, you're fat. Oh, you need to lose some pounds."
I think so too. I really do.
So let's stop the stigmas. I'm fine with my body. I eat. I'm healthy. I exercise. I do yoga all the time. I'm mentally and physically healthy. Stop worrying about me and me needing to eat a sandwich.
Right.
Because I will probably eat 5.
And that just goes to show, like, I think 50% of our DNA is similar, but, like, our chemical makeup is so different.
Yeah.
Because we have different dads, because we have different metabolisms, we have different thyroids, we have different, and I think another thing to add back to, like, to segue back to the Disney princess thing is, like, you look at Disney princesses and they are like that perfect, like, they do have a chest and they do have, like,
a tiny waist.
Yeah, they have a tiny waist, and then they, like, go back out with their hips. Like, they have that body. So I feel like subconsciously skinny girls also see that and think, well, I don't look like that either because I'm just skinny. I don't have big boobs, or I don't have, a big bottom half or whatever. And then to segue, so that I think it is a very unrealistic thing. I think Elsa and Anna have this perfect figure, and I think the thing is like, what a lot of people don't realize that watch us are really enjoying us. And that's not narcissistic, but they're really enjoying Mackenzie and Morgan.
Our personalities.
With a wig and a dress on, because let's be honest, we portray those characters spot on at birthday parties, but in comedy and parodies,
but to you guys,
we're not acting like them at all.
We're not being Anna and Elsa. We're being Morgan and Mackenzie.
We're being us, but just with a wig and a dress on. Because my portrayal of Anna is completely
different than the video.
Completely different from the video.
The film.
So there's that, but then, like, also, to segue into something else that really bothers me, which I always want to know your opinion on this. This is a very interesting video, but like, girls that are like, guys that are like, I like my girls BBW or whatever that means, or like girls that are thick, but you think thick and people think Beyonce, but Beyonce looks amazing. Okay, you know what I'm saying? We say thick and we mean girls that are proportionately big bottomed, big topped, and odds are probably have a decent stomach, decent waist. But like, I thought thick meant just bigger. Like, me, for example, like, I'm heavy top and I don't have a huge, I'm not big, I don't know where I'm going with this, but I'm saying, like, the idea of being thick is like a good thing, but then there's like, I saw a post on Facebook that was like, this is thick, this is not, and it showed a picture of like a Beyonce girl body, like a big curvy girl compared to a girl that was like heavy top and had like small legs and had no hips and whatever. It was like, this is not thick. But I don't know. It's like, what defines thick? I don't know.
Well, what defines anything?
Right.
Why can't we all appreciate
what's beneath?
And not just that. I mean, especially that. Like, why can't we all appreciate our differences of personalities and our inner beauty? But why can't we appreciate everyone's different body type, their different looks, their hair, their eye color, their skin color? Like, why can't we appreciate the beauty that is us? Just like, I'm just gonna go off on a little earth tangent here, but like, just like diversity in the ecosystems, or, with these type of birds, like, look at all the beautiful types of birds that we have. Like parrots are beautiful, you know, and even just as something like, if there was a cardinal sitting out here on this, like, everything, there's beauty in everything. And I guess this is just my little deep, wise soul speaking, or whatever, but there's beauty to be found everywhere. And for anybody to fat shame, skinny shame, and come up with all of these stigmas and throw these insecurities in other people's faces, you obviously have an insecurity of your own that you're trying to hide and you're trying to mask, you're trying to just displace it on somebody else, which isn't cool. just, I don't even know. I have so many thoughts in my head right now. But anyway, so
Right.
it's just, it goes back to bullying.
Yeah,
Which
segues back
which
to that.
we're big, segues are weird.
Segues are weird.
But I mean, there's difference and there's variety in everything on this planet. Every person on this planet, every plant, tree, has a flower, has a name. Thank you, Pocahontas. But stop worrying about everybody else. Stop worrying about what others think of you. The only people that should have any kind of influence on you are those that are very close to you, that you're like your family. And hopefully, you know, you may have a good relationship with your family, but anybody close to you that cares about you truly, who sees you for your faults and sees everything that you are and all of your imperfections and still loves you at the end of the day,
Right.
regardless, you know, those are the only people that you should care about what they say and what they think.
Well, no,
You should strive to be a better person on your own.
For you, yeah.
For you. Make yourself a more beautiful person. I'm not a bad person.
What's that from?
I'm just saying, like, I'm about to go into a tangent of not, I don't know, whatever.
Well, and I second everything you're saying, and I think, I just think it's, I just see too many, like, I see too many of two things. I see too many people that don't feel confident in themselves, on my, like, on social media that, like, follow us. And then you know how many notifications I just get on my phone, like, day to day? Like, YouTube will let me know I have a new comment on a video, and it's like, they're not that fat in the movie, or whatever. And, I mean, obviously they were, like, they just say dumb stuff like that. Like, they're supposed to be thin, not fat. And then I got in a fight in the YouTube comments with a 10-year-old who told me that when she's older, she'll be taller than me. And I said, okay. And, well, all I said was, you need Jesus. And then it just, like, whatever. And I don't know. I think this is a pet talk with Morgan involved for the first time legitimately, because I don't know if they knew that, like, where you stood with all of this. But, I mean, it is a big, big ordeal. And honestly, you know, there have been too many times as a kid, even I remember being 4 years old, Mama was even telling me this the other day, that, like, 5 years old for one of my birthday parties, I was wearing a swimsuit, and I remember my mom said I was, like, violently upset and crying because I didn't want to wear a two-piece swimsuit because I felt I was fat at 5 years old. And I remember being in the back of Abby Bordelon's mom's car, who made me indirectly feel terrible because I couldn't do a cartwheel, in the back of her car, saying how I had light pink nail polish. And I remember saying, this is the color that fat people wear. Like, who says that at 7 years old? So a lot of it can be, and no disrespect to anybody's home life, but a lot of it can be put in your brain at a young age from your home life, from your family, from your parents or your siblings or whatever. I'm not saying that applies to my mom or my sister, but, like, there are other people in my family that have programmed me to feel this way. And so many times over the years I've been like, well, I'm just not going to eat because I'm just not going to eat. And then my mood will be all out of whack because I wasn't eating, because I was...
And this video may be for 13 and older audiences, you know, maybe because they probably can comprehend.
Right.
Or 12 and older, maybe 13, like Allison's age, 13 and older. But anyway, you are beautiful just the way you are.
Yeah.
Is that Bruno Mars? No. Just the way you...
I think it's I love you just the way you are. So.
Anyway, you are beautiful just the way you are. You don't need to change for anybody else. I've struggled with that over the past couple of years in truly becoming myself. So, stick to you. Do what you love. I mean, it may take going through all the bad years of high school.
Yeah.
It may. You know, high school was really awful for me.
Yeah, me too.
It wasn't the best years of my life, like they say. Yeah. It's hard. It's difficult. You're trying to figure out yourself, and everyone else is too. But you can get past it. There's life after it, and then you could get places and decorate them how you want. With moon treetops.
Yeah, seriously.
Like, life gets better. Life gets beautiful. Like, you have to go through all those bad times. That's my favorite quote. Smooth seas never made a skillful sailor. So think about that. Because if you're a sailor, say you're a pirate, sailor, whatever, and you're on the seas and you're just smooth sailing all the time, you don't learn anything. Because the first time that hurricane comes through or that storm comes through, you don't know what to do. You know that if you, after you go through the storm, you weather out the storm, then you have a clearer understanding of what to do and how to survive. Life lessons with Morgan.
Definitely. So just stick with it. And that's the thing, like, I know, like, getting into high school and stuff like that, you're all worried about, like, if you're going to date somebody or a boyfriend or whatever. This is a segue. It's all over the place. But, you know, if you love yourself, and I think we can both talk from a really good place, if you love yourself, that person, the universe, will bring you that person that loves you just as much.
Yep.
Because they can see that you love yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, you're going to attract the wrong people that see that you're broken, and they see that they can manipulate you and get something out of you, whether that be, you know, money or whatever. But
don't change.
Yeah, seriously,
Stay
don't.
golden, pony boy.
Right.
What's that from?
I don't know.
I love that movie.
What is that?
The Outsiders.
Oh, I haven't seen that in a long time.
I love that movie.
And it doesn't matter how old you are. I have a friend who's 21 years old. She's about to be 22, and she is, like, violently Disney obsessed. And she, like, will get so upset if anyone says anything negative about Disney. Brie from Florida. She's, like, so obsessed. And she will turn a guy down if he doesn't like Disney. She's like, he doesn't like Disney, like, calling it. So.
No, what Ramsey and I did the other night?
What?
We were sitting here, and he was like, let's go watch a movie. You know what he wanted to watch?
What?
Tangled.
That's awesome.
So we sat and we watched Tangled. We watched all.
That's wild.
And he loved it. He's a big Disney fanatic, especially when he was a kid, like just like us, very sheltered.
Growing up on it.
And that's all we did was watch Disney movies. That's all he did. And then the other night after that, we watched Frozen Fever.
Yeah. I feel like everyone's watching these same movies.
And so he watched Frozen Fever, and he was just like, oh my god, I love Olaf. So then he was like, the next night, he goes, can we watch Frozen?
That's great.
And I was like, okay, but he was
That's
he was like, I just want to see Olaf. And I'm like, you know, Olaf doesn't come in until 40 minutes into the film. And so we were watching it, and Elsa came on, and she started to sing Let It Go, and I was like, shh, this is my song. So, and you know, she's doing all her thing, and like I'm watching it, and then as soon as the song ends, I look over, and he's out. He is asleep, and I was like, you're the one that wanted to watch it for Olaf, and it was like 35 minutes into the movie, and I was like, time to go to sleep now.
The sleepy time. Also, we want to give a big announcement that I'm telling Morgan this right now too, but we are officially going to start up merchandising in the next month. And it's all customized stuff that we are doing ourselves. So we're going to have a bunch of stuff. I want to make a shirt that says, you are not Faith Hill.
Oh my god.
Right? And we are talking about doing contests of fan art to see which fan art's the best to put on the t-shirts.
What design we can use.
So it'll probably have to be digitally done, that you'll have to send in to us rather than like a hard copy. But yeah, stay tuned for some more merchandising stuff because it'll be perfect for Christmas time.
Who would buy Anna's Diner? Where we sell chicken and good memories.
Anna's Diner. We're going to make t-shirts that say Anna's Diner.
Where we sell chicken
and good memories.
Do I have any? I don't have any quotes.
You have the bigger the hair, the closer to God.
Oh my god! But I thought we were supposed to keep God out of it.
We can keep God out of it. The bigger the God, the bigger the God, the bigger the hair, the closer to heaven. I don't know. That's still God. I don't know. The bigger the hair, the bigger, dot with like an Elsa silhouette.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. The bigger the hair.
All right. Well, we're gonna announce all those details in the next 2 weeks. So we'll be at the Star Wars thing. Just follow us if you're in New Orleans. Hi.
Broken glass all on the floor. I'm not gonna cry no more. I left you a long time before you knew what was in store. But things are changing, and I'm getting wasted. I'm feeling myself once again, and you can't change me. You won't ever win this game.